the benefit of people who may be tuning in for the very first time on City TV or 97.3 City FM. Essentially, the show is about you, about your relationships and everything that goes on there. You know, sometimes you might encounter a situation that just doesn't seem right, or you might be in two minds as to what to do, you know, about something that may have occurred in your relationship. This is the show where we give you our opinions on your relationship wahala. And so it's good for you to just send us messages as the show proceeds, and we will deal with all your messages on a first come, first served basis. That's what we do. I don't do this alone as usual. I'm here with my sisters, and today we have a face that I haven't seen in a really long time, but always a pleasure to see her. Emefa is one of my sisters tonight. Emefa, good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's been
too.
forever.
It has.
You shouldn't be hiding like that.
No, I won't. I won't. Childbirth and then taking time off to raise a child, but we're at a comfortable place now, so hopefully you should be seeing me often.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And it's really good to see you. You haven't changed a bit.
Thank you.
Yeah, Olivia's here tonight. What's going on, girlfriend?
I'm good. I'm great. Everyone is good. And October month, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So everybody, every lady out there, if you know you haven't gotten tested and checked, please go get checked. And even for men as well, because men too end up getting breast cancer.
That is true.
So don't forget, the month is almost ending. In most hospitals, it's actually free. So,
True.
Yeah.
Sure. And beyond October, of course. I mean, it's always a good thing to check. As frequently as you can. Rosina's in the house. Rosie, good to see you.
Jessica.
Charlie, what's going on?
I'm full.
I know, Charlie. Good for you. I'm hungry, but as well. What did you eat? Gary?
Focus.
Yeah, eating for how many people?
No comment.
Okay. It's all good. Good to see you, though.
Good to see you too.
Right, so my sisters are here and they're ready. We'll receive your messages. There are various ways that you can get your messages to us. One, via WhatsApp to 054-998-6996, or you can send a quick email to jessica@cityfmonline.com. Our set, of course, is provided by Ebby May Interiors. You can log on to ebbymay.org and check out, their website, see if they have stuff that you would like for offices, for homes, for just, decor. They got you covered. Also, as I said, the show is brought to you by Frytol, and we're really excited to have Frytol on board. Now, it's a vegetable cooking oil produced by Wilma Africa Limited. It's plant-based, and Frytol is a cholesterol-free oil fortified with vitamin A. And it's the only cooking oil in Ghana at the moment that's been endorsed by the Ghana Medical Association. So if you want cooking oil for all your meals, make sure you're going for Frytol. Plus, we understand that in the coming weeks, there's a new label that you would have to be looking out for. So when you visit the market and you're looking at something that looks a little different from what you know, just know that it's part of the rebranding process. So Frytol brings us Sister, love your food, love your life. We'll go for a quick commercial break. When we return, we delve right into your messages. Remember to keep them coming through on the numbers I provided.
Enjoy great tasting meals with Frytol, the cholesterol-free cooking oil, fortified with vitamin A and endorsed by the Ghana Medical Association. Frytol, love your food, love your life. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
And you're welcome back to Sister Sister. I hope you're sending those messages. Remember, we deal with them on a first come, first served basis. Our WhatsApp number, once again, 054-998-6996, or of course, you can send an email to jessica@cityfmonline.com. Let's hear what's on your mind. I'll go into my email and pick out this one here. It says, I've never ever reviewed my relationship with any lady, but I reckon it pays to do so. People argue that relationships become better when reviewed from time to time. Plus, you mention the subject with your ladies often. This, in my view, is very true, as it provides partners a chance to correct, amend, and essentially realign their relationships for the immediate and distant future, if need be. What remains unclear, however, is the content of the review, i.e., 1, what to discuss, 2, elements of the review, 3, maybe timelines in a year suitable for the review, 4, should you document something like that or not. Sisters, please address the above on how and when best you think relationship reviews need to be done. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay. Okay, let me just throw this randomly to just first question. Do you guys review your relationships? Is this something that you do? Is it realistic?
Personally, I wouldn't call it a review, because I feel like you sort of go with time. You go with whatever is happening there and then. And maybe if we would review it, it will probably be from an independent point, from a how do I put it? Like alone, you sit back and then you sort of review. But personally,
like some introspection.
Yes, but personally, I don't think I've sat back to take time to review. I feel like when things happen in the relationship, and as you go along the lines, and depending on how your relationship is with your partner, you have the opportunity to engage more and talk more, whereby if something comes up, you can actually sit and talk and say, oh, I feel like, oh, you probably hurt my feelings, babes, about this, or what do you think about that? So that would happen during the communication time, whereby you express yourself if something should happen that's not good, or if something great happens, it's an opportunity to commend your partner. So I pick up along the line. If I'm not happy, I let my partner know. If he's not happy, he lets me know. But that's just us. Everybody is different, and every situation is different. So I can only speak for myself.
Okay.
I think my first shot at reviewing some form of relationship, it wasn't like intimate relationship. It was a group of friends when we were in Legon. So what we did was that before every exam, about 2 weeks to the exam, we sat down and reviewed the semester, and then we just have an open mind to tell each other what you did I didn't like, what did I think you like, your positives, your negatives. And we all agreed to take it in good faith, because we all valued ourselves as friends, and we thought that it was healthy to, if somebody offended you, so that was the time you could actually let it out, and it won't be like you're arguing with the person. The person actually takes it in, and it helped us at the time, because so 2 weeks to every exam, we had that whole tea party kind of thing. We just had a tea thing going on. We sat down and then
we had honest
conversation, open honest conversations. And sometimes some of us would cry, others would apologize, others would express themselves like, oh, this is not what I intended, this is what I meant. But what happened was that after the review, then we go out. Okay. Go and chill the night out and everything, and then we set our minds to write exams. It was something that we used to do every semester with a certain group of friends that I had. And it was healthy, because what happened was that you really get to know what the other person is thinking, and you really get to know where you are at with the person. And the thing about the random reviews is that, you see, life happens to us differently. You are ready to talk about it. The person is looking at making money in business. The person is looking at some appointment somewhere. The person is looking at all kinds of things. So sometimes it's important that you make a deliberate attempt to set some time aside for just yourselves. It doesn't have to be a review with paper and pen, writing notes and everything, but it's an opportunity where both of you decide that, you know what, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. I'm ready to listen. I'm not going to, no buts, no ifs. I just want to listen. When you're done, I'll also tell you what I like, what I don't like, no ifs, no buts. It's just an opportunity to vent out and express yourself to each other. I think that it's important as couples to set some time apart. Because I have a couple friend who do that. Like once a month, they take the time out and then they go and have breakfast somewhere. And then minus the kids and everything. And that once a month is an opportunity for both of them to tell each other, to just communicate with each other, like, let each other know what's going on. And I think it helps. And sometimes if you have that thing in mind, okay, next month we're going to have a review, even when things are going on, you can control yourself and wait for that review moment to review it. It's not something that's so easy, and you can't just bring it up in a relationship if it's not something that you usually do. But I think that if couples start thinking about this review thing and do it properly with the right mindset, it would help a lot of relationships, and you both know where you're at.
MFF, what do you think?
Reviews are excellent, I think, but picking a specific time, I don't know. Individual reviews, I'm sure everybody does. Whether consciously or subconsciously, you will do a review in a relationship. Sometimes it's when things are good, sometimes it's when something has gone wrong.
Yeah.
And then you sit back and you look at it again, ask yourself, is this really what I want? Am I in the right place? Are we okay? What has gone wrong? Did I do something wrong? So individual reviews, everybody does. But here's the thing, to have like a set time for review. I think anniversaries are excellent because on anniversaries, people go out. It's like a year on or 4 years on. You want to review. But I honestly think that these kind of things don't work with marriages because review or not, you are in it. You understand? So this is where you can do it in a relationship before marriage. But then in a marriage, what you need is like a meeting point where you and your partner discuss, I didn't like this, I didn't like. Review means, okay, let's see, okay, what did we do this year, this, that. What he wants to know is what set time to have a review. I think anniversaries are a good time. But then trust me, you can go as far, but once you get married, that thing will fall out of the window. And then you'll probably have to resolve these things every evening in bed. Okay, when the kids have gone to sleep. So, yes, reviews are good, but I don't think when moving on into marriage, they would help. There's no point.
There's also
I think it would help.
Yeah.
I
mean, for me, I think it sounds great.
Maybe the word review, when you look at the word review, you're looking at like taking
so
stock for
corporate
future
and-
something. So maybe that's why. But what we mean is that an open time, a time to be honest and candid with each other.
Yeah.
Because you see, when the kids are around, for instance, in marriage, and then the guy does something, you can't just burst out in front of
the
them.
kids. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to internalize some of these things and hold on to it to the set time, which is when it's appropriate for you to talk. Now, when it's appropriate for you to talk, when you feel like it's okay for you to talk, if the other party doesn't have an ear ready to listen,
what do you do?
Ready to understand you, you can talk, but it's going to end up in an argument. It's going to end up in counter accusations and all that. But you see, when you have the set time, where both of you, when I'm saying set time, it doesn't have to be rigid. Like couples and relationships and marriages are different. For some, it could be like anniversaries are perfect because as soon as it's hitting anniversary, you're already in a very light mood. You're in a mood to celebrate. So it's easy to take in things and also to say things. And you're careful how you say it because it's your anniversary. You don't want to mess it all up. So it's actually exciting. So anniversary is actually fantastic. But you need to have a moment where you can be candid with each other. Both of you will be at that moment. Both of you are ready to listen. Both of you are ready to speak. And both of you are ready to be truthful and candid with each other. Yeah. So that moving on, the daily ones, that one they okay as the day goes on, but there should be that alone time. And if you do it very well, what happens is that after that review, you either get stronger or if chips have to fall, they fall.
Okay. So if things have to fall, they fall. In a marriage, you don't have that out. You see where I'm going?
That's what I'm saying, the review. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that if you watch review.
In a relationship, it's okay, because for me, it's either when I review it, I don't like what I see, I walk. But in a marriage, you don't have that out. So probably we have to get a name for the one that we do in marriage.
Yeah, so maybe
it's like maybe you take the person as you see them. They're not about to change for you. Okay, so what are we reviewing? Are we reviewing your character? Are we reviewing your spending? Are we reviewing something that you did? Okay, if it's about he wants to have a review time or a set date for review so that he can take stock of what has gone by within the year. So then I say anniversary. With that, even in a marriage, anniversary time is an excellent time to be, like she said, light about things. Okay, last year, I think we made this mistake here or there, and let's hope that in the new year, as we face the next year, we can do better. Yeah. Exactly. So
I think people don't really, and I personally don't know a lot of people who sit down and do reviews per se. But I think it's more like they deal with issues as they come. You know, so if today, say your husband spoke to you where you didn't like, before you go to bed, you should tell him, Kwesi, you know, what you did today, I didn't appreciate it. And that's feedback, right? Because reviews are to give you feedback to improve. Exactly. So yes, anniversaries sound great, but a year is a long time, and a lot of things can happen in a year. You know what I mean? So I think as and when married couples do, they do it either instantly or as and when, you know, as and when possible, you know. So there's no need to sit down and pen and paper. Listening to the email, it sounded very corporate to me. Like, because if I was dating a guy who suddenly pulled out the paper and pen and said, hey, let's review our relationship, I mean, I'll be looking at you like you're crazy.
You give me a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, what was that?
Yes or no?
I don't get it. Anyway,
I think it's a good idea.
I mean, it sounds
fantastic.
But you see,
I think there is something that you see. The thing is that, you see, you communicate every day. Yeah, I think you see every day. But you see, but there are some gray areas. For instance, there are certain things that the guy may be doing that you love so much. Even though you say thank you, it's not enough. You want to hammer it. So he knows that this thing really gets me. And there are certain things that he probably may be doing. It's not bad. It just doesn't sit well with you.
Yeah.
Now, you don't get married to change, or you don't get married with the hope of somebody changing. But if you love somebody so much, you want to be a better person for that person. You understand? So it's not to change or to be a different person, but I think is that the review just gives each other an opportunity to kind of like try and be the best for the other person. So I think that if we introduce it, if you make a deliberate attempt to introduce it, of course, both of you have to have the right mindset. It would augur well, but it doesn't mean that when something happens, you bottle it inside and wait for a review moment. Nah. I mean, communication has to be ongoing.
Okay, there are more of your messages coming through on Sister tonight, both on City TV and 97.3 City FM. WhatsApp number 054-998-6996. Calvin from Tema says, I've been seeing this young lady for a while, and I genuinely like her, and I'm seriously considering the prospect of getting married to her. However, our relationship is extremely one-sided, where I'm always the one giving, even when it comes to compliments. I'm greatly disturbed by this, but my ego as a man won't let me address it as it is. I won't like to lose her, but I don't want this to be a permanent feature with which I have to settle.
I didn't get the bit whereby he went like his ego as a man.
Yeah, he says, I'm greatly disturbed, but my ego as a man won't let me address it.
Okay, seriously, there's no such thing as being Superman in a relationship. And in relationships, it's always give and take. Everybody, it's about putting yourself in the other person's shoes. Asking yourself that, does what I do affect my partner in a negative way? And if it does affect my partner in a negative way, how would I feel if I'm treated in a bad way? So it can't always be you complimenting, you giving, you spending. It can't be like that. And you need to create an opportunity whereby it's not about your ego. It's about something being right or being wrong. In this case, it's very wrong. And if you constantly put your place in the position of being in the position to give, to help, to be Superman, in time she would expect you, when on a day that you don't have, she would not understand, because she would expect you to be able to do what you've always been doing. When you can't do it, it's going to be World War 10 or World War whatever. So you need to ask her to come, talk to her, tell her that this is how you feel. Because you feel as though you're constantly giving and you don't get anything in return. Love is give and take. It's always nice to love and to be loved in return. When you're in a relationship whereby your girlfriend wouldn't call you because she's expecting you to buy her credits, and even after you buy her the credit, she wouldn't use it to call you, but she's using it to call somebody else. That I have a really big problem with, because you need to ask yourself, once you're in a relationship and you start seeing red flags, ask yourself if this is something that you're looking to be in for the rest of your life. Because once you realize that there's something wrong and it doesn't sit right, it means that it's not right. So if you're uncomfortable with it, let her know, babe, I feel like I'm really doing a lot for you. You know, what about you? Because I would be very upset if I'm constantly on my husband's birthday, I'm constantly giving him a birthday cake or doing stuff on me, and on my birthday nothing, because I always do it. It's not right. Talk about it. It has nothing to do with your ego. It has nothing to do with you. You feel it's not right. Let her know that it's not right, and this is how it's making you feel. It's not making you feel like she loves you in return. Find out where she's coming from, because everybody is different. Maybe for all we know, nobody has ever sat her down to let her know that when you love somebody, it's nice to actually give back. And maybe she's coming in from a different background where things were different, where she doesn't understand. So just talk to her, let her understand. And if she does understand, I'm sure if she loves you for you, she would try and make an effort to meet you halfway. And if you speak to her and she still doesn't change, then you know, at least it's not your cup of tea.
May he not be in the situation where it is only him in the relationship. I don't know if you understand what I mean. May it not be that he is in the relationship by himself.
Yeah, he thinks there's a relationship.
And he thinks there's a relationship. Of course, if you give gifts, some women will take gifts. Okay. Listening to what he just said tells me that there's a problem. If a woman likes you, she will do things for you. We nurture. Women nurture. Women love to nurture. We love to show love. It's rather men. If a man is not showing certain things, sometimes you say, oh, well, this is his nature. I know somebody who doesn't smile, yet he's been married and has 3 kids. I wonder how
they made the babies.
I wonder. He just can't get round to it. And
in the making baby process, you don't
know smile. Me, if you don't coax me like that, I don't know how you're going to get me to get into the position.
I feel you.
Yes,
I feel you.
Yes, you have to make me feel like a princess, and you need to smile too, in order for me to give you my 100%. Okay, and making babies is not just about but you need to heal. So, to me, it sounds like he's in the relationship by himself. And he needs to check it before he makes some investments that are not supposed to be made. In Ghana, when you say investment, they think about money. It's not money. Your time, your emotions, they're worth more than money, honestly. My time, I don't waste. Emotions, I will not waste. Okay, so he should check it again and be sure that his proposal was accepted by the lady. And then if he remembers her saying, okay, yes, we're going out. This is the thing. These days, people do all sorts of things. I like her. He likes me too. Well, we are friends. And the next thing you know, they've jumped into where they're not supposed to be. And then they enjoy themselves. And a friend of mine said, sometimes good makes you think you're in love. Okay. So maybe they found themselves in a position and she has snapped out of it and he is still in it.
Still there, yeah.
I don't know. I'm only saying from what he said.
Yeah.
So he must take stock.
Review.
Yes. He must take stock of the relationship and be sure that it is a relationship. and then he can actually now address and say, oh baby, I think I'm putting in more and I don't see your input, and it's becoming lopsided because I'm always chasing. Women love to be chased. And by the way, I love to be chased. Doesn't? Okay. So if you will do it for me, of course you are my prince, but I will also do stuff for you that will make you feel like I like what you're doing. Don't stop. Okay. But I don't just sit there and be all
Receive.
and just say bring.
Okay.
You know, so please, I think what from my view on this is he needs to check himself first. This thing about male ego doesn't,
it shouldn't come in
no,
at all.
No.
I agree.
Because it's either you will follow that ego and then push, and then because you are giving so much, she will yield to you, and then you get married, and then she wants out.
Yeah.
And that's a mess.
Okay. Rosina, I'll ask you to hold your thought there for a second. We need to go for a quick commercial break. Remember, the show is brought to you by Frytol vegetable cooking oil. It's absolutely amazing. It's fortified with vitamin A, and it's cholesterol free as well. So it's the exact thing that you need for your family if you care about them at all. It's also the only cooking oil in Ghana that's been endorsed by the Ghana Medical Association. And remember, in the next few weeks, days, you will see a totally new branding of the Frytol bottle. So don't be surprised when you see that. It's all part of what we're doing. Frytol, love your food, love your life. We'll go for that break. We'll be back.
Enjoy great tasting meals with Frytol, the cholesterol-free cooking oil, fortified with vitamin A and endorsed by the Ghana Medical Association. Frytol, love your food, love your life. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome back. It's Sister on City TV and 97.3 City FM. Remember, we're also live around the world at citynewsroom.com. Better yet, download the City News app and you'll be able to listen and or watch us from wherever you are in the world. Okay, so Rosie, if you still have those thoughts, I'd like to hear them.
Yeah, I would like to agree with Olivia and MFI. I just wanted to add a little twist to it. That you see, sometimes we all are brought up differently, and our love languages are different, and the way we show love is different. So you can have someone who is extremely vocal. Oh, you look handsome today, you look great today. But you see, in the normal setting, in the normal African setting, you don't see women complimenting their men. Oh, great haircut, nice clothes. It's almost the women who want to expect those compliments and all that. For all you know, the man is expecting gifts, material things, is expecting the compliments, but the lady probably thinks she's giving off her time. And her time probably is so precious. Her time will not involve opening her mouth and saying these things or using her money to buy things. But she probably thinks, well, you know, this lady probably goes to his house, does stuff for him, or anytime the guy calls her and tells her, I need you to do this for me, she's always there, she's available to run the errands and do all of that. So she feels that is how I'm showing my love. My time that I've dedicated to you, dedicated to the relationship. She's just not so open about how she feels. Maybe from where she's coming from, she may even have a past where she's guarding her emotions, she's guarding her feelings. So it's a bit difficult for her to come out. Now, it doesn't justify how she's approaching the relationship, because obviously it doesn't sit well with you. But this is where the ego thing you're talking about also worries me. Because you see, the same male ego that is preventing you from telling the lady what you really feel may be the same female ego that is also letting her sit still and just taking what you bring as and when. So both of you are committing the same crime. So I think that, look, forget about this ego thing. You're not happy with it. You like the lady as a person. So the lady cannot be all wrong. And what she's doing cannot be total. It's not like a big crime. But it doesn't sit well with you. So put the ego aside and talk to your woman. You're in a relationship, for crying out loud. A relationship you intend to take seriously. If you can't communicate now, is it after marriage that you're going to communicate? So start communicating now. That's the whole idea. Let her know that, you know what, babes, I got a haircut last week. You didn't say anything. Whether I look good, or you start asking, oh, how do I look? You know, just ask her, how do I look today? What do you like about this shirt? What do you like about this? Do you want me to go for the red one? Do you want me to go for the blue one? You know, start engaging her in such conversation. Let her know that what she feels about how you look like is important. Or if it's your birthday, say, why are you taking me out tonight? It's my birthday. Yeah. Just say it. You know, you see, we all
it doesn't make you less of a person.
Yeah, we are all very different, and we all think differently. Language is different from yours. What I think is right is different from what somebody else thinks is right. So at the end of the day, when two people growing up under two different circumstances, two different parents, two different families, two different tribes, in some cases, two different nationalities, are coming together in the name of love, you don't expect both of them to think alike and want the same thing and like the same thing. So the only way you can know what the other person likes, or the only way you can let the other person know what you like, is to communicate. So I think that he's in a relationship, he's seen the girl, he thinks that this girl is the ideal person, I want to marry her and all that. But the issues you are having, it's like you are thinking that a man shouldn't complain. I don't know why you think a man shouldn't complain. And that's your ego talking. Put the ego aside. Complain about what doesn't sit well with you. Then if she has no problem with what she's doing, or she doesn't see why you have a problem complaining about what you're complaining about, then the discussion can change. But until you let her know, she's probably thinking that you're okay with what's happening. You understand? So I think that, because there are some men, I met a guy some time back. I remember it was his birthday. I attempted buying him a gift, and he was like, you know, he doesn't spend women's money.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was not cool that as a misika kotonyo mama no on tiase. Yeah, so they are different people. You understand? He felt that as a man, he had to be buying you things, not the other way around. You know, and then there are some people too, they'll take. And you know, so I think that we just have to learn how to communicate, to let others know what we like and what we don't like.
Yeah. So to quickly add to that, when Rosina was talking, something just came to mind. Because you know, like how they say, empower seno. That's how you lie on it. Yep. So you can imagine, I'm sure when the relationship started, he came off so strong, and he probably came off to say, maybe the girl is coming from a very poor background. I don't know, but he came off so strong, and he came off in a position whereby I will provide for you, I will buy you the latest car, do this, do that. So she's always been on the receiving end. And now that things have progressed, and he probably isn't as financially sound, I don't know, but he doesn't want to sort of his ego, I'm talking about his ego, he doesn't want to sort of bring his like the standards back down. So now he doesn't know how to sort of address the issue. But you know, it is life. If you can't, like Rosie was saying, if you can't communicate, then what's the point? Yes, you wanted to show bugger because you wanted her to know, but for how long? It's give and take.
I agree.
Okay, so quick one. Props to my Ghanaian men. I always say they're hardworking. They don't expect a woman's money. So I'm led to think, if he's saying it's one-sided, I don't want to think he's expecting gifts. Okay, I don't want to think it's gifts he's talking about. We don't know. But I don't think, if a man is saying the relationship is one-sided, I don't think it's just gifts. He would gladly provide.
No, but he said he doesn't compliment.
Yeah, she
Is
doesn't
that
even.
what-
Yeah,
So he doesn't compliment
he made a
him.
comment like that.
He doesn't even.
So-
He doesn't give even
He says
compliments.
our relationship is extremely one-sided, where I'm always the one giving,
Yes.
even when it comes to compliments.
Yes.
So compliments. He wants to be complimented, like
Tell her.
Rosina
Just
said.
tell her.
Some people don't know how to do these.
So just mention.
You know, they can't even say to themselves, "Oh, I look nice today." Yes, they
You
can't.
reminded me.
They can't
No,
even say
there's
that.
a lady. Anytime
You
you tell her you look
understand?
nice, she can't even accept. When you tell she looks nice, she
Yeah.
can't even accept that you've told her that she
Yes,
looks
they
nice.
can't.
me I
They
look
can't. They can't compliment their
You
own
are- you-
friends.
you are waiting
How
for
much
it.
more a man?
Yeah, I feel you.
Okay, so when I was led to believe that it's got to do with calling and, you know,
That
maybe
kind of
say
stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
calling, input in a relationship, as in what do you need? Should I help you with this? Maybe you need tidying up. You've gone to work, you come back, and you want her to. I believe in cooking for a being married or not. Okay, as a woman, you need to give him some good frital cooking.
Thank you.
You understand?
We understand.
So, you give him some good frital cooking, so he knows that his kids will be well fed. Don't that one. We don't wait till we're married. Some people believe otherwise, but so I was led to believe it's more of let me take you out to eat, and that's ends there, and he pays. Let me give you this. Let me give you that one is a problem.
Okay, I mean, we've been on this for quite a while. We'll just move right ahead there. More of your messages coming through, and we have limited time. It's Sister. Our WhatsApp number 054-998-6996. Kwabna in Teshinungwa Estate says, I started work 6 months ago in one of the banks in Accra and struck a good relationship with my supervisor, who happens to be 5 years older. I'm attracted to her, and we have a good relationship where we've even eaten out a couple of times. A part of me tells me she's attracted to me too, but I'm unsure if I'm reading the signals wrong. A few of my colleagues, though, think she's out of my league. I need help.
Hey,
That's your help.
6 months. Have you been confirmed yet?
Charlie, fast action.
For me, I don't see why if you like somebody, the person likes you back. You've been out a couple of times. You can't just ask the person, "Yo, what's up?"
Yeah,
like,
and you're
are
the
we,
guy.
like, yeah, because it's bad for couples to be in. I don't know. I don't want to define it as relationship, but whatever it is, it's bad for you to be in whatever it is and not know what it is.
Exactly.
Like, how can you do that? Know what it is, and you seem to think she likes you. So why live in the bubble, and why not ask her?
Just ask.
Yo, like, what's up? Once you know, then you know exactly where you. I mean, as far as you even know, your friends, you know, don't even know the kind of chemistry you have with this girl. Like behind closed doors, like it's you and her. They're not there, but you need to find out. Once you find out, brace it. I mean, you're a man. What's the worst that could happen? She'll say
One of
no,
you
and
have to
then
quit.
at least you know. You know, at least you
Yeah,
know.
at
You
least you
won't be investing your time and your energy, like MF said, aimlessly. At least you know. You'll be able to know where you're going and what you're doing. So do it fast, though. Don't waste time.
Ask the question,
But
Joe.
my problem is, look, she's your supervisor.
So what?
Maybe he'll quit if
You
the
know,
thing gets serious.
sometimes this work office romance, you see, sometimes it's very funny. No, I'm
Some
not.
are doing their bosses.
You didn't say
Supervisor you're worried about.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that you see, it can get very tricky. You see, you're in your 6 months. They probably haven't confirmed you yet, or they're probably just about confirming you. Now, relationships, unless the other party is very mature, when things don't go right, you'll be surprised because you're the newbie in the company.
Exact.
Things will go so bad for you. Your promotions will never come. Your staff will it gets crazy. So my thing is that you've just started work. Because the way she says the lady is 5 years older than him, and he hasn't mentioned anything about marriage or anything. I'm thinking that he's probably fresh out of school, and he's now started working in the bank. Sort yourself out. Find your feet before you start looking in the direction of attraction and outing
You
and
can't tell
outing.
your heart out.
I know you can't. I know you can't tell your heart away for you, but you see, I'm just looking at the practicality of it. I mean, well, when we talk here, it's just basically an opinion that we give, and then you decide, because you are in the situation yourself, you know how hot it is or how cold it is or how hard the attraction is pulling you or pushing you. So for what to do, I'm just thinking that, look, Charlie, certain things, don't play with them. And if you want to play with it, get ready for the consequences. Get ready. That is, if the woman is probably wanting to just use you to
finish her something.
no, use you to look, the system is hot. And they're not
Especially in the industry,
in the industry, the system is hot. Just make sure that she's not also going to use you just to calm her down, to get some romance in the office, get some excitement around and all that. So if you are going in it, please be sure, like I keep saying, whatever decision you make sure you own the consequences that come with it. So you won't come and send another message to us here after 6 months that you started dating, and after 2 months she stopped picking your calls and she's not minding you, and you've tendered in your promotion and she says that people are going to talk, so they can't promote you because people know that the two of you are and now she's forcing you to resign so that both of you can have a relationship outside of the bank. You have to think about all these things, and you people have to have a conversation about those things before you dig in deep. Otherwise, Charlie, between the two of you, I'm thinking that you will get bent if things go wrong.
Most likely.
Well, there's a reason why office romance or colleague dating in some companies is not allowed.
Yep.
There is a reason. There's a reason why some companies state it in their policy that you can't have a relationship when you're working with someone. It, like Rosina said, it messes up with your own progress, your output, and your focus. 5 years is not a lot.
No, it's not.
If they're mature and understand what they're doing. But to me, this is exactly what I was saying a few minutes ago, where these days, the guys have become a bit complacent such that we go out, let's go out and eat. Let me take you out. It's your birthday. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh, babes, are you home? I think I want to take you here. I'm going to the beach. You want to come? And then the next thing you know, the two of you probably get a bit tipsy, end up in bed, and then a relationship has started.
No chasing, no talking.
We need to define what we're doing.
Define.
Okay? For me, I tell you, no matter what has happened, this is it. We're done. Okay, we've done it. We're going back to the page that we were on. I'm not moving forward. You need to ask me out. If not, we're hanging there. No, we're hanging there. Somebody asked me recently. He said, "Has he said anything yet?" I said, "No." So we're all there.
We did.
If you're showing me all the care in the world,
And you haven't said
look,
it.
you're taking me out to eat.
You eat.
You're fixing my car.
You say thank
You're
you.
buying me.
Tina,
petrol.
You say thank you.
Buying me petrol. You're paying for birthday sprees for
Charlie,
my
you
friends.
chill up.
Giving me all the Sky Bar.
Thank
and
you.
All the
Bring in
Coco
some.
Lounge and all the good things I like. Thank you.
But
And if I make a mistake and you happen to fall between my, well, enjoy. But sorry, it's not defined.
yeah.
Yes.
It isn't. It's like making a mistake and walking into the bank manager's office and sitting on his check. Are you a bank manager?
That's a good one.
Are you a bank manager? No, you're not. So, my dear, my advice to this gentleman is
Define.
he needs to,
Say something.
first and foremost, Rosina was so on point, sort himself out first. He shouldn't get ahead of himself like some secondary school boy. You understand? Those butterflies can do things to you that you wouldn't even believe. After 1 year, you sit back and like,
Did I really
was
do that?
me? So he should put a hold or can those butterflies and then sit down and think. Charlie, common sense. Because this and this, sometimes they don't work in sync. So put this on ice and then use this a bit. Use the brain. Think about it. Is it the right thing, honestly, to be dating my supervisor when I just came in? I haven't been confirmed, like he said, like Rosina said. You don't know whether you're even staying in the company. How will this affect my progress? There's so many girls out there, my love. So many girls
But
out
he
there.
wants this one.
But he wants this one.
Okay, so if you
Yeah,
want
with me,
this
right?
one,
Yeah.
for me, if you want this one, define. And then once you define, start finding another job.
Yes.
Because you know what? If she decides to put in or you decide to put in promotion, she's your supervisor. Somebody somewhere who is not mature enough like the two of you will come up and say, do you know they're dating? He
And that's
probably
where the
doesn't
trouble
deserve
starts.
it. So you have to
start
wait.
a whole lot of.
Yes. So let's be realistic about this whole thing. If it was my younger brother, I'd tell him, let me find you another girlfriend.
Or another job.
Or you people, you
Another
better
job.
do this secretly and let no one see you
Actually.
until you are both tired of each other, which ends up happening anyway.
You never know. Maybe they found true love.
Interesting
You never
one
know.
In this
You never
present,
know.
in this present day Ghana, it's quite hot. Oh dear.
It's Sister on CCTV and, of course, 97.3 City FM. Hope you're enjoying the show. Keep your comments coming through on 054-998-6996. Remember, the show is brought to you by Frytol, and Frytol has some new branding that you're going to be seeing in the next couple of days if you haven't started seeing them already. So don't be, worried if your Frytol looks a little different. But of course, it's still filled with vitamin A, and it's cholesterol free, and it's everything you want to, make sure you're using for your family. We'll go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Enjoy great tasting meals with Frytol, the cholesterol-free cooking oil, fortified with vitamin A and endorsed by the Ghana Medical Association. Frytol, love your food, love your life. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Welcome back. It's Sister on City TV and 97.3 City FM. My name is Jessica. Of course, my sister's in the studio with me. I've got Emitha, Olivia, and Rosina. Brittany sends this quick email, says, hi, Jess. I'm a final year student. I met this young man at one of our fraternity gatherings, and we seem to have a good vibe. We exchanged numbers and have texted back and forth a few times, and he does seem like someone I see myself being with in the future. Problem is, I'm tired of the small talk and want to move the relationship a step further, but he doesn't seem to get my drift, and I don't want to seem desperate. What do I do? Yes. Say something.
Small talk.
Big sister.
Big things. Well, relationships. Men take relationships differently. Whether they're boys or they're men, they take relationships differently. They need to warm up to you. How long did she say they've been going out? Did she say?
So they recently met.
Yeah, there's-
Yes, but you see, recently met. You guys are in the university, isn't it?
It seems like yes.
Yes.
She's in her final year.
And you want something solid. I don't. For me, Jessica, well, Rosina, you both know me. I don't get it. What do you want? You have a relationship. You're going out. You people are dating. You want to get married and have babies. Just slow down. This is my view. And I'm unapologetic. I honestly think she should take it easy. warm up to the relationship a bit. If it's been more than 2 years and she feels like her clock is ticking, which is the problem with the Ghanaian woman.
Yeah.
If she feels like her clock is ticking, and men would usually not rush into marriage unless they're really, really sure. If she wants a commitment, well, that I'm not sure how their relationship is structured. Okay, she didn't say. Some want you to show them certain things before they also show you commitment. I don't know if they've even gone there yet. Maybe I'm sounding old-fashioned, but there are some relationships that are still old-fashioned, where they still haven't been intimate and all that. So a man would be looking to see those things before he also puts in, okay, let's get married or let's get serious. Okay, so for you, it may sound like small talk, but for him, he's probably doing something really great. He's in a relationship, he's with one person, he's concentrating on you. So I don't know what it is she wants. Because still in university, you haven't found a job yet. I don't know if this guy has a place he's living. We need to start telling these girls the truth. Okay, marriage is no joke. It's no joke. In the beginning, it looks pretty, but there's the 5-year itch. And then as you move on, you get to the 15-year itch. And as you move on, you get to the, did I even do the right thing? Then you need to warm yourself up and then walk out of that. And then move into, and then in your old age, you might get comfortable with each other where, oh, we're PA, my name called, my bread. You know, so you take your time, enjoy the relationship itself. Enjoy the relationship. Take it easy. You, as a woman, work on yourself.
Exactly.
I always say that if you're not happy with yourself, look, no relationship or marriage is going to make you happy. So if you're sitting there now thinking he needs to take it a notch further and I'm not seeing him make... Are you happy with yourself? It doesn't sound like you're happy with yourself. I wasn't in a hurry. Well, you've known me a few years. I wasn't in a hurry to get married.
You were
You were not. I think it took you by surprise.
People keep saying I was the only bride that they saw that was not smiley and everything. The groom was more excited than the bride. Because I'm a deep thinker. I'm quite radical, but I'm a deep thinker. I think ahead. So I'm thinking, okay, they said we've been together for 9 years, so we must get married. The guy has asked me 3 times already. The 4th time, Charlie, I had to say yes. You know,
So that's really what it was.
Let's just do this thing and then get it over with. Okay. So it takes time to make the decision. Accept the guy for who he is. He must accept you for who you are. And then you can now ask those big questions like you want to ask. Instead of saying, yes, I like him. I think he's okay. Now he's not asking me the right questions. We need to move on. She needs to slow it down a bit. That's all I'm going to say.
For me, I have a big problem with the fact that she says they just met recently and they've been texting back and forth and she's tired of the small talk. So if you've just met recently and you're texting and he's giving you talks, like, so then, like, what's up? Like, how long have you guys been, first and foremost, together? And if you've just met recently, has your relationship been defined, secondly? Exactly, in your small talk with him, what has been communicated to both of you? What are your plans? What are your aspirations? What does he want for himself in life? You know, so it's not about, I feel like you're not even giving him the chance to, even in terms of even communicating, you're not actually hearing him out because you're looking to hear one particular thing and you're not hearing it. Because you're not hearing it, for you, it's small talk. You see, I feel like young ladies these days, they're very quick to want to be in a relationship, define it, and then just get married. But like we all keep saying, marriage is beautiful, it's amazing, but it's about the individuals, and it's about you being mature, you being there, you being ready to deal. Marriage comes with maturity. It's not about having a fancy wedding and dressing up and then going to say the vows. And what do the vows mean to you? It requires a lot of work, and you need to be at a certain point in time whereby you're actually mature. It's not easy. It's not easy. So take your time, enjoy life, travel the world, have fun.
Exactly.
There's so many interesting things to do with your life. Like she said, find out more about you. Once you get into that space of self-actualization whereby you're working, you finish university, you're working, you've traveled a few places. It's only in Ghana that we don't do that. Like half the time we have expats come when they are younger. They travel the world. They go to Africa, they go to Asia, they do something philanthropic, they do something amazing so that when it's time for them to settle down and have kids, they've done it. But now it's like getting married, finding a rich guy, and then there's more to life.
Okay, we're pressed for time, so let me hear Rosina's comments on this.
And my thoughts are very much aligned with Olivia's. You know, the thing is that, you see, we put pressure on ourselves, especially as young African ladies. It's like we think that as a young woman, once you're done with your basic education, the next major achievement in life is to get married. So no matter how much you are successful business-wise, no matter how much you are influential in the world, in the country, in your space, so far as you're not married, you haven't achieved. So that kind of impression has trickled down all the way to university level. So right now, people in university are wanting to get hooked to a guy and quickly wrap it up, finish it up, in order to seal it before it's too late. And that kind of thinking is what is getting people into marriages that end after 6 months. And like I told you some time ago that, look, as a young lady, you need to explore. Probably make a few mistakes, learn from them. You know, do all the things. So when you get married, it is an active choice you make. Now when you make that active choice, and you can live with the consequences, you can actually work on the marriage and work on it because you took your time to make that choice. So don't be in a rush. And the thing you're looking for, what are you looking for? Really? Allow the man to chase and hunt you. Don't be pushing things that... There's a lot to say, but I know
we're actually at the end of the show, but it's been a good one. It's been a good one, ladies. Thank you very much for your time, MF, Olivia, and Rosina, and of course, to everyone who's been tuning in and following our conversations as well. We appreciate you. The show is live on City TV on Thursdays at 9 p.m. and on the same day, 2 hours early on City FM. So take note. On radio, we're live at 7. And on TV, we're live at 9 on Thursdays. My name is Jessica. We'll be back next week with an even more exciting episode, so don't go anywhere. And a big shout out once again to Ebby May Interiors for our set, and of course to the person or the company that just joined us, Frytol. You know, Frytol is our new sponsor right here on the show. We'll be back same time next week. Don't go anywhere. And thanks for watching. We spice up your mornings with culturally enriched conversations, social interviews, and policy-oriented discussions that will keep you updated on the progress of the nation.
Because we're giving only those in their third trimester. So in the next 3 months, those in their second would be ready to receive the kits. And we're taking data at registration, which is before they take the kits, at delivery and post-delivery, so that we can analyze and we'll see the numbers. So from the numbers and the data that we're collecting, we would know what has worked, what hasn't worked,
Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10. Let your voice be heard with the hashtag Breakfast Daily. Join us for breakfast daily, only on City TV.
It's engaging, detailed, and loaded with factual and incisive analysis. It's The Big Issue, your preferred Saturday morning news and current affairs analysis program on City TV. Tune in this and every Saturday at 9 a.m. and hear the newsmakers discuss the top issues for the week.
At that time, Charlotte was complete. I'm not defending Charlotte. I'm talking about the way we behave like hypocrites and ostriches in this country. At that time, she was a perfect person.
It's The Big Issue with Stella Madonu on City TV. This and every Saturday at 9 a.m.